Live from the KWQC Broadcast Center in downtown Davenport with Morgan Otier and Kyle Keel. This is Quad Cities Live.
Today on QCL, Bald Eagle Days is back at the QCCA Expo Center. We're talking about a weekend filled with live demonstrations, hands-on exhibits, and conservation displays. It's that time of year for resolutions, how creating family goals can build stronger habits and a healthier outcome for your household this year. Plus, hands-on magic classes that build confidence, creativity, and communication. We'll preview some upcoming workshops for kids with David Casa's Magic. Thank you so much for joining us for Quad Cities Live. It is Thursday, January 8th. I'm Kyle Keel. Well, if you're looking for something fun, festive, and completely free to enjoy with the family this winter, don't miss the annual Icestravaganza in downtown Davenport. The event is back January 16th through the 18th at the Freight House. And joining us now with all the details is Kyle Carter from the Downtown Davenport Partnership. Kyle, always good to see you here on the show.
Yeah, happy to be here.
Yeah, you know, Icestravaganza, it's a wonderful winter event here in the Quad Cities. So for those who maybe haven't been able to check it out, it's been around for a little bit now. Yeah. What exactly is it?
Yeah, I mean, the main piece of it is the ice sculptures. Yeah. And that we have both live carving and pieces that are made ahead of time. We've got a ton of family activities to do. It's just a great way to spend a little bit of time in the great outdoors in the wintertime.
Yeah, and why do you think this is such a special event for the winter here in the Quad
Cities?
You know,
we've discovered that these are actually really rare. You know, when we started this, I don't think we realized how few types of ice sculpting events there are like this, and so we're proud to be one of a handful in the Midwest.
Yeah, and each year you have a particular theme to go along with the sculptures, and I think a lot of people can like this one. The theme this year is "This is Iowa."
Yeah, so there may be a Hawkeye logo somewhere that there'll be.
Hawkeye fans love that. What about the Cyclones? I was going to say.
Cyclone as well. But there'll be a lot of just iconic imagery associated with the state. You know, not necessarily sports, but I think there'll be a lot of objects that look familiar.
Yeah, okay, so obviously we can take in the ice sculptures. I know there's always a nice little place where you can sit down and take selfies as well down there on the Freight House. So what else can families expect when they go down there?
Yeah, you know, I think we always have hot chocolate. The Freight House is doing expanded hours, so there's lots of vendors, there's lots of shopping. You know, Antonella's is open. Boozy's isn't yet, but they will be soon. So there's plenty of there's plenty to do, but the sculptures themselves are just really cool, and we also have the big event at night in the tent.
Yeah, and I've seen a lot of these sculptors sculpting their ice, and it really is an art, and it's fun to see them do that. So is there going to be live sculpting this year?
Yeah, there will be live sculpting primarily Saturdays when you'll see that, and the guys show up a couple days early to do the really big pieces, even though the event's not really going. They'll be down there working away at it.
Yeah, and luckily it's not looking like it's going to be 50+ degrees like it is today. So that's the good news. And one thing that we did want to point out is over at least the last couple of years, you've had the drive-through there on Butterbeck Drive for the ice sculptors, but you're kind of pulling back on that this year, right?
So we're pulling most of the ice sculptures into the kind of the Freight House footprint more. The drive-through was great, but we were really struggling with keeping the sculptures in good condition with the elements exposed out there. So we're bringing those in. It'll be a little tighter footprint, but even more impactful, I think, when people are like making their way through the event.
Yeah, so it'll give you more time to spend there at the Freight House and take advantage of those extended hours. Of course, you kind of mentioned it. The big draw on Saturday night is the After Dark Glow Party. So, or I should say the Afterglow Party. So what's that all about?
So we have like black lights set up, and there's a live sculpture. You know, I've referred to it as the family rave a couple of times. You know, there's like a DJ going, and you can really see these guys in their element. It's not a huge tent. It's fairly small, but it is a cool vibe, and something that last year I feel like kind of hit its stride, and so we're looking this year to just keep that up, and it'll be cool.
Yeah, all right, so we've got the map pulled up on your screen. So again, everything this year pretty much at the Freight House. Again, the event is free, also free parking as well.
Yep, we've got plenty of room for everybody, and it just keeps growing every year. I mean, first year we did this, I think we had, you know, 4 sculptures and 150 people, and now we've got, you know, 25 sculptures and thousands of people, so it's great.
Yeah, and if you haven't been down there to see those ice sculptures, are definitely a work of art, and take advantage of this great event that we have. Family friendly and free. So again, Icestravaganza is next weekend, Friday through Sunday, January 16th through 18th at the Freight House in downtown Davenport. The events are free, as we mentioned, which includes ice sculpting, a warming tent, hot chocolate, and live music. Don't forget to check out the indoor farmers market as well. If you want a full list of events, you you can head to downtowndavenport.com/Icestravaganza. So Kyle, thank you so much for joining us, and we'll look forward to that cooler weather next week.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, thank you. Well, coming up on QCL, a full weekend of live eagle and raptor demonstrations, hands-on exhibits, and conservation displays. Everything you need to know about Bald Eagle Days next.
You're watching Quad Cities Live.
In the winter months, you can typically see them flying high in the sky above the Mississippi River, but this weekend you can also see them up close at the QCCA Expo Center in Rock Island. That's right, we're talking Bald Eagles Day. It is back this weekend with 3 days dedicated to wildlife conservation and, of course, family fun. Joining us now are Sharon and Dan Peterson from Incredible Bats. They are one of the vendors that are going to be down at the Expo Center showing off their animals. Welcome back to the show.
Yeah, hi.
Yeah, you were with us last year.
Yes, we were.
And you brought back your friends.
Yeah, we brought 2 extra ones with us this time.
Yes, you've got Armando and Fernando, and I think you actually did bring them last year. I do recall you bringing them. Yeah.
Okay.
And then we've got Rico the Sloth. Rico's back as well.
Yeah, there he is.
Yes, thanks so much for joining us. So obviously, you know, Bald Eagle Days, you know, a lot of people think about the Eagles, but it's much more.
Right.
And talk about your organization, Incredible Bats.
So we've been doing, I think it's like 6 or 7 years, and I think, I don't know if we missed that 1 year with COVID. I don't know.
Sure.
But
yeah, it's all
anyway,
right?
but we started off with bats. Actually, this year's our 30th year.
Congratulations.
For 30 years, we've been doing bat education. That's our main focus, but we've expanded over the years. And the last 3 years has brought us Rico. He's 3 years old now. We got him at 3 years in January. So, and then we bought these 2 little guys there. So this is Armando. He's a 3-banded armadillo, and Fernando, he's a screaming hairy armadillo. And so they're actually cousins of Rico because they're in the family of Zonarthra, which means like we're jointed.
Sure.
So anyway, So yes, and then we've got other animals with us. And this year, something new, my friend Jessica, who has Stella the sloth, she is going to have 2 baby goats there.
Oh,
yep,
all right.
And that's new, and 2 big sulcata tortoises and some Flemish giant rabbits. So it's going to, and then we've got some lizards, and we've got some tarantulas, a scorpion, and we've got some snakes too, and some other hedgehogs and other animals coming too. So and our bats, too.
Gosh, yeah. All right, so I mean, this is a good learning opportunity with all of these animals as well. So certainly it is much more than just the bald eagle. So Dan, we'll bring you into the conversation with Rico the sloth. Sure. He has been very, very popular here over the last few years. So tell us a bit more about Rico and the sloth.
Yeah, so he's a 2-toed sloth from South America. They're mainly found in the central part of South America there. And these guys can actually live to be 40 or 50 years old.
Really?
So by the time I'm 75, you know, he'll be old and I'll be old. And we can have someone care for us both at that point. But these guys have a very interesting body. Their muscles are positioned for pulling, not pushing. And that's why they're such great climbers. He can grab a branch with one arm and pull his whole body up just with that one arm there. So they got about 3 times the strength of a human being. And these guys actually, it floods in the rainforest, so they can hold their breath underwater for 40 minutes. Whoa. They can slow their heart rate down. It's already slow, but they slow it down even more. So that's a really good survival tactic. And they also kind of serve as their own ecosystem because they'll have moss and algae grow on their body in the wild, and that'll foster, you know, other animals like little moths that can then, you know, keep on their cycle of life by living off them and laying their eggs in his poop when he goes to the bathroom. He only goes to the bathroom about once every 7 to 10 days.
Oh, really?
In the wild. It's a little more frequent sometimes because he always has, you know, food to eat. And he's very well taken care of. He's pampered. He's probably one of the world's most pampered sloths there.
I'm sure he is. So, you know, I think a lot of people think of sloths. They think of, you know, very slow moving, and he looks like he's about to doze off here. So they're tired animals as well, but
they sleep a lot.
They do. So him and Stella, they get a lot of attention at Bald Eagle Days.
They do.
Yeah, they do.
They do.
We can take.
And he gets breaks.
They can take photos with them, correct?
Yes, they can.
Okay.
Yes, and we are. It is going to be $20 a person for adults, and then $10 for kids and under 5 are free. And so we'll be doing that this year again. He has to have his breaks though too. So but when he's on break, Stella will be going, and when Stella's on break, he'll be going. So between the 2 of them, we'll get everyone, if they want a picture with them and to pet them, they'll be able to do so.
And what about the armadillos?
Yeah, so we're going to have other mammals. We've got baby goats, like I said. We've got the other mammals there, the reptiles too, and all that. They'll all be there, and that's free though. They just come in, they can pet any of those kind of animals. It's just the sloths that we charge for. And we use those funds to help her trying to do some things to make his life better and better, you know. So he got a new jungle gym this year. We bought one in a huge jungle gym for our backyard for him to play on that. And so we just are constantly looking to enrich our animals' lives, you know, make it better and get more room for them and stuff like that. So, yep.
All right, well, be sure to check out Rico, Stella, and of course Fernando, and what's the other guy's name?
Oh, Armando.
Armando, yes, Armando.
Look what he's got a trick. Want to see his trick?
Let's see.
He can close himself up into a Pokemon ball.
Oh, look at that.
So come see the Pokemon armadillo.
All right, well, if you want to learn more about Incredible Bats and their educational outreach, visit their website, incredible.com. And of course, we've got Bald Eagle Days kicking off tomorrow at 4 p.m. at the QCCA Expo Center in Rock Island. The event runs all day Saturday as well as Sunday. Admission is $6 for adults and $1 for kids. And we are going to be live at the Expo Center tomorrow with everything else you need to know about Bald Eagle Days. Thank you both, Sharon and Dan, for joining us. Thank you, Rico, Armando, and Fernando. Always a pleasure. We look forward to next year already.
Yes, thank you. Nice seeing you again.
Yes, nice to see you. Well, up next on QCL, making sure you're getting the most out of your New Year's resolutions for 2026. We'll learn how to get the entire family involved next.
Quad Cities Live continues.
As we kick off a brand new year, a lot of us are thinking about resolutions. Eating better, moving more, being healthier. That's kind of on my list. But what if those goals didn't just belong to one person? What if they belong to the whole family? Dr. Tracy Nelson from Nelson Chiropractic is joining us now with more on this concept of family resolutions. Yes. Dr. Tracy, good to see you. Thanks for being here today.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, this is a great topic because, you know, I think everyone kind of strives to make those resolutions. But is it a better idea to make it as a group, as a family?
It is, and if you want to be accountable, tell your children, right? They're going to be like, you're not supposed to be eating that.
No, no.
So it's a good way to teach them how to make resolutions on their own, how to make goals on their own, just overall how to be healthy, and just kind of bring everybody together with a common goal that you all make together.
Yeah, so, it's all about being together. So where do we start with this conversation?
Yeah, so we're going to make it an event. Make it like, okay, we're going to do this together. We're going to have categories. Okay, what are we going to do with technology? Like, what do we need to improve as a family with our technology? Maybe it's a sleep, you know, situation. What do we need to do? Like, what's going to be fun for us to all do together and to improve everyone's, you know, life and health.
Yeah, so we've got make it an event, have discussion, teach about those goals. It's a very good teaching opportunity for the kids.
Yeah, like how to make a goal. We can't say we're never going to eat pizza. You know, like
it's all about moderation.
It is. It's about moderation and teaching them about nutrition and teaching them about, you know, boundaries of technology and things like that. So we can play video games, but we're going to try to limit it. And so, you know, whatever it is, and it's teaching them to kind of look, you know, for other people, but also to be accountable to other people and to work as a team to reach a goal. Yeah.
And I think that's what a lot of people struggle with is holding themselves accountable. So I guess if you can have other people to hold you accountable, which I have that person, then you're more likely to be successful in your resolution. So let's talk a little bit more about the different categories of resolutions.
Yeah, so I mean, nutrition is a huge one that everyone, exercise, those are the big ones that everyone talks about. But again, sleep and sleep times and you know, like where kids sleep is a goal.
Yes.
You know, that is an issue.
That's in my house.
Often. So even goals for just family fun. So like, what are some of our resolutions? Like, we're going to get outside more. We're going to go new places more. You know, those kinds of things. And chores. Maybe it's just helping each other. Maybe it's doing new activities. Maybe it's trying new foods once a week that you know people haven't had, and just making it more of a, you know, of an event and a fun thing instead of like, we don't get to do this or that.
Yes, and so the whole goal here is to do it as a family. So you've got these nice printable worksheets here. This is your 2026 family resolution. So this is something that you can fill out together, and it kind of gives you a visual to remind you of what your goal is.
It's fridge worthy, like it's for your fridge,
very
so
colorful.
Everyone can see it. So you guys fill it out together. So each line can be a different category, and then you decide together what, you know, what is your, you know, goal? We're going to, you know, whatever, walk the dog every day together, like whatever it is.
And I like at the bottom here, you've got our word for 2026. So what do you think that would entail?
A lot of people do this now, and it's like your word, your focus. So maybe your family can come up with a word together to focus on. Maybe it's patience. Maybe it's adventure.
Ooh, I like that.
You know, things like that that really apply to everybody together.
Okay, and I think a lot of people personally, you know, one of the goals that we all kind of have in common maybe are maybe losing weight and becoming a little bit healthier. So you've got a workshop coming up,
sure.
A couple workshops next week about weight loss, and this is actually a doctor-supervised weight loss and gut health workshop.
Yeah, so it is weight loss as a side effect of getting healthy.
Absolutely.
So it's a gut health program that really helps with brain fog and digestive issues, sleep issues, things like that. So, but it does allow people to lose weight. So that's what we'll talk about next week a couple times.
It's to do it healthy. You know, I think a lot of people want that quick fix, but I think to do it healthy, it takes time, and it takes understanding of what you need to be putting into your body to fuel it properly. So that sounds like a great workshop. So if you want to sign up about that workshop or to learn more about the services Dr. Tracy and her team offer, you can be sure to visit nelsonchiropractic.com. You can also give them a call at the number on your screen, and of course we'll have all this information on our website, kwqc.com. Dr. Tracy, thank you so much for joining us today, and I'll be sure to get this up on my fridge.
Follow up on that.
Absolutely. We'll see you next time. All right, well, coming up on QCL, opportunities for kids to learn magic from one of the pros. David Casas will be joining us with details on that and even perform some tricks for us next.
Quad Cities Live continues.
If your kids love creativity and learning new skills, be sure to get them signed up for hands-on magic classes taught by one of the pros. David Casas Magic is offering upcoming workshops and classes that teach children confidence, focus, communication, and of course, some seriously cool magic. Really excited to talk about this with the magician himself, David Casas. David, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me back.
Yes, we're happy to have you. Obviously, you're inspiring kids who are interested in magic, and that's kind of the goal with these workshops. So for those who aren't familiar, tell us a little bit more about your magic and what you do for the kids.
Yeah, so every fall and winter, I actually teach at the Davenport Junior Theater and the Bettendorf Parks and Rec. Okay. And so it's super fun classes, very interactive. The kids kind of grow in the art of magic.
Yeah.
So there's it's a 5-week course. Okay. So we meet once a week for an hour. We provide all the supplies, so they get to keep everything and take it home, so they go home and practice. And then what's really cool is the last class, we invite the parents in and they put on a little magic show of what they learn. So it's pretty cool. But I always like to say we encourage boys and girls, ages 8 and up for that. So.
All right. So you've got these workshops coming up. One starts next week and the other one starts next month. So who are these classes for specifically?
Actually, so really for any kid that enjoys magic, or I've gotten emails from parents that say, you know, my child is kind of shy, just kind of help brought him out of his shell a little bit. So that's kind of cool when I get emails like that from parents. So really it's just for anyone that just wants to, that has any interest in magic or just wants to learn some really cool magic tricks. They're all beginner friendly, super simple, but a beginner sleight of hand magic.
Any particular age ranges?
8 and up.
8 and up. Okay, so if you've got a kid who's 8 years old or older that is interested in magic, this might be a good opportunity to not only learn magic, but you were kind of alluding to it. It's really more than magic that these kids are learning.
Yeah, so I mean they learn like creativity, public speaking skills helps with that, their confidence for sure. And what's cool with the classes too is I get a lot of parents who will ask me, my son or daughter really liked the class, they'd like to take it again in the fall.
Oh, nice.
And so every class I try to teach at least a couple new things. So it's also a good refresher. So I have kind of like a curriculum that I follow, but every class I like to add 1 or 2 new tricks because I've had kids that'll take the class like 5-6 times in a row. And so I always like to throw in 1 or 2 new things so they'll learn something new as well.
So they'll learn something new and maybe not exactly perfect the one that you taught before, but get close to it. So let's talk about some of the magic that they're going to learn. So you've got a little demonstration for us with some cards today.
Sure, yes.
All right.
Yep, lots of, couple things. So yeah, they'll learn some stuff with like rubber bands, cards, everyday objects you can find every day in your house. Yes. But today I thought I brought something kind of cool, something new.
Okay.
So these are a bunch of pictures that I got off of Google, like Google stock photos. So we have like an airplane, sunglasses, just all different
everyday items.
Yeah, everyday items. So we'll give it a quick shuffle.
Okay.
And what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to spread the cards on the table like so.
Okay.
And Kyle, what I want you to do from the center, just push like a whole bunch out. We're going to basically like a big block, like a whole bunch.
All right. We'll just do these.
Okay. Perfect.
All right.
All right. And we'll just kind of make like a little pile off to the side.
Okay.
I'll have you take a few more, like a big chunk again.
Okay.
Yep, just throw them on the pile.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And what we're going to do is we're going to basically get rid of all the cards. We'll give a little mix up here.
Okay.
And hopefully the remaining cards will tell me something a little about you. You'll see what I mean in a minute.
A little about me, okay.
Yeah, just go ahead and take a whole bunch more out and just throw them on the pile. Yep. Another few again.
Okay.
Okay, get one more shuffle. Alrighty, we'll have you do maybe a few more towards like the bottom here.
Toward the bottom?
Yeah, like a whole bunch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. There we go. Okay.
All right.
And we're just going to cut the deck in half and point to a pile.
Okay.
Which one? Point to one.
I'll do this one.
This one? Okay. So these were all the cards you got rid of.
Yes.
And we left me with a few cards, but I said at the beginning these were going to tell me something a little about you.
Yes.
Okay, so let's take a look here.
All right.
Oh, we have a golf club. Golf club. Do you like golf or do you like sports?
You know,
are you a golfer?
I don't, but I will say my kids are very much into mini golf, so we've been doing a lot of that lately.
Okay, so that's where, so these might not all be spot on, but mini golf, so so we got a golf club. There, got a golf club. We got a Swiss Army knife. Maybe go camping.
I did when I was a kid.
Okay.
My dad and my grandpa.
Okay, that's close enough. Well, we have a coat with zipper. It is cold out, so you probably wear a coat.
Yeah, okay.
And we have some train tracks. So I don't know if you've traveled. Have you been on a train? You have any trips planned coming up?
I do have a in fact, I got a text right before this segment.
Okay.
That we got a trip booked.
That would make sense. Okay. Well, I did say they were going to tell me something about you.
Oh, David,
so
we got to have you back. We ran out of time. We ran out of time. So if you want to sign up for David's classes, you can look up David Casas Magic and head to his website. David, we've got to get you back on the show.
All right.
Thank you so much for joining us today. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for watching. Jeopardy's next.